Why, hello, greetings and salutations, my friends. We are at Restoule Provincial Park, and I thought I would give you a little camping report. So, Restoule Provincial Park is located in central Ontario, about 50 kilometers southwest of North Bay, and it's between Restoule Lake and Stormy Lake. It's about 50 kilometers off of Highway 11 on some pretty windy roads, and it's got great camping experiences available. It's got three main campgrounds and also walk-in sites and even paddle-in sites. And it's got all sorts of great amenities. And right here, I'm looking off the dock at one of the three boat launches, and I am also going to be showing you one of the beaches here. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to do a little walk out to the beach. And what I love about the beach is you can see off to the left a little blue strip. That's actually for wheelchair access to the water, so good accessibility. And this is beautiful Stormy Lake. It's not so stormy today. It's actually a scorching hot, beautiful day. And there are three beaches. All of them are on Stormy Lake, and there's great hiking. Here I am just walking into the electrical campground area, and this is just one of the many paths that you can take, and you can see most of the paths pretty wide open, available for bikes. Now this is one of the boat launches, and again, I told you there are three different boat launches, so this is a place that's very popular for people with boats. And here I am going through some of the campground. You can see some of the sites here. And this is one of the comfort stations. Really good shape. And I always love the info board. What's going on in the campground? I thought it was kind of neat to look at this bug. How do they hover like that? Isn't it amazing? They're like little helicopters. Okay, back to it. Here I am. And this is another comfort station. This one was where we took our showers. Showers were amazing, super hot, super nice. And kayaking was so dope. This is me out on Stormy Lake, just taking it all in. And here I am, just coming into the water's edge. Really, it was a great day out on Stormy Lake, and we just kind of paddled along, really just went around the park. You know how I love to video things I observe, but I had no idea lily pads have little spring-like coils on their stalks, and that's so that they can handle the waves bouncing up and down. And here I am in what I dreamed was a field of manoomin, which is wild rice. It isn't wild rice, though. It just looks like it could be. And on day 2, we rented some bikes. And here you can see I'm riding my bike around. This is the bike rental place. They also have canoes and kayaks available for you, should that be more your speed. And here we are going to take a little bike tour. This is just me riding along and checking out the view as we look back. This is our campsite. How do you like it? There's our trailer in the background. We got our little bug tent, which we probably needed. A little bit more bike riding. And this is Lake Restoule. I called it Stormy Lake. It is not. Now this is Restoule Lake here. That's the boat launch there. Now we're back along the edge of Stormy Lake. Just having a little bike ride and just having a little chill. And now this is my favorite thing. Let's watch the fire go in fast motion. I'm always proud of my fires because with just one touch, I make the whole fire go. And if you're wondering why the wood's a little scorched, it's because I scavenged it from other sites. Here's another view of our campsite. You can see our rented bikes. We've got the fire going, and it's always cool to see what the fire looks like when it gets dark. Gosh, I love a good campfire. And here we are, day 3, back out on our bikes, just driving along the Restoule River. So that's where we're at right now, just going along the edge of the Restoule River. Here we are. We've returned our bikes and we're walking now. And this is the bridge across the Restoule River. Such a beautiful little spot, and you're going to see up ahead, there's some rapids. So here we are on the beautiful Restoule River rapids, and this is the bridge leading to Angel Point Trail. And I just love watching the water rush under the river. There's something very relaxing about rushing water. Although you have to be aware that black flies like it too, so that's kind of a negative. And here we are back on the road again, heading home after a great day. And here we are looking out over the beautiful... Back at home, I couldn't help but notice this really beautiful nest. And I thought, what a great place for a nest. But speaking of great places for a nest, what about this one, which was actually just under where we had moved our picnic table? At first I thought it was a wasp's nest, but then I realized, look at the beautiful construction. Do you see the birch bark weaved in there? This is a vireo nest. Could be a red-eyed vireo. Could be a chattering vireo. It's hard to say. I try and look inside, and you can see it's empty. There's no one at home. So this is an old nest. I was tempted to take it, but then I thought, don't be greedy. Maybe another animal will use that and repurpose it for something else. And this was our final kayak of the trip. And this time we were on Stormy Lake. I know I told you I was kayaking on Stormy Lake before. That was wrong. That was Lake Restoule. And that is the big cliff that we plan to kayak out to. It's about 60 meters high. And it's quite impressive when you get up close to it. It was a scorching hot day again, but a little bit windy. So that was nice. Now all that fuzzy stuff is a kind of lichen, and it's edible if you're ever trapped in the woods. There's the fire tower at the top of the cliff. Great place to view. And there you can see that fuzzy foliate lichen. If you're ever trapped, that flaky stuff, you can eat it. Apparently it doesn't taste very good though. And these are damselflies or dragonflies doing it. And I thought I'd finish off with some beautiful ferns growing in some moss out of a rock slide. Isn't that interesting how life just seems to come around like that? I hope you enjoyed the trip. See you on our next camp. Peace.